Getting ourselves moving. And again, the Dude I Called You Bro space program. Well, I don't really have an idea of what I'm going to do today. I think I'm going to go straight for the rescue missions. Because I know, oh, okay. Weirdness. There we go. Yeah, things are just a little buggy at the start of this one, I guess. Alright, so, going for rescue missions. I think that's how I'm going to decide to start this. Go straight to the tracking station, see what we got going on. Now, I did get good news today. I did find out that that the high gain antenna I've been using does in fact have relay capability. So I wasn't sure about that. We had a couple comments back and forth, people figuring that one out, and as it turns out, they work. So hopefully the adventurer, which is slowly sliding out of contact with us, will be able to help us on lunar missions later, hopefully, or maybe Sat-1 down here. Free hiring, yes, more free hiring. I love free hiring, free labor. So Nedbo's pod is the one that I think is going to be challenging, so that might be pretty soon. Gwengar also has another close orbit. We're getting a lot of this close orbit debris now. It's starting to upset me a little bit. I have a plan for that, though, that will be fun once I unlock what I need to unlock. So let's see. Good old Nedbo's been out there for a long time. I don't think he can wait any longer. Usually there's certain things to concern themselves with, like oxygen. It's Gwengar, who I think they are. Perhaps. Let's see. What I'm gonna do, because I'm worried about how much fuel we're gonna need to get that. I'm gonna take a slightly more cut down version of our Sat-4 launcher. And I'm gonna turn it into a subassembly. We'll just call it a Type 2 launcher. I'll make the Type 1 out of the base later. Gotta save Gwengar, right? They'd be immune to explosion. Well, I am definitely in need of immune to explosion type Kerman. Type 2 launcher. Okay. Good enough for me. So now I'll go over to the Orbiter 2. And the little legs didn't do us any good last time. I'm gonna take those off. It was a good attempt to try and take down the space debris. I think it was a valid attempt. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. We bring these little guys together. Make sure we don't put any crew in here. Got a good lineup of pilots finally. Makes me very happy. I am hoping we get scientists now, though. Only 2 scientists and 2 engineers. Engineers I'm not so worried about right now. More endgame, probably. Now, let's see. I know this did tip last time, and we had our somersault I don't know how I feel about that. Ooh, that's bizarre. It's not what we wanted at all. We want that with that. Always good to check your staging. There, those go together. Then that, then that, then that. Okay. It's a little better. Don't think I even need the high gain antenna. I don't know why I keep bringing this with me. The inline will do the trick. Check yo staging. Yes, that is always a good idea. Well, I think this is what we need. I think this is it right here. Have some fun with the design here. I kind of like this one. I think I'm gonna stick with that. Again, just make sure no crew got stuck in there. Alright. Let's do... We're gonna do that difficult one first. We're gonna go for not Tedman. Tedman? Is it Tedman? Alright, if we got the guy's name. We're gonna go for him first, because then worst case scenario, if things don't go well, we can go for the easier one. This all looks good. A little wobbly, but it's maintaining. It's got all this nice aerodynamic resistance at the bottom, keeping it straight. Got the boost. This would be a more successful first stage. Got having an easier time gimbaling to the... Wow, this is getting a lot of altitude. How heavy are those satellites? Wow, okay. Basically don't need any of the second stage for apoapps at all. Don't have the cranes raised as high as possible. No. I decided to play nice. This is not gonna work though. This is just not gonna work. Aim down a little bit. I could go for a higher apoapps since we're going for the far orbit here. I just want to make sure that this booster heads all the way back. Alright. That does it for the booster. Where's this guy's craft? Where's our settle? Oh, that's his craft. Holy crap. Okay. So let's make this... Alright, let's do a twofer here. Let's do one node here. Just to get my orbit safe, and a second one at the ascending node. Okay. That should do. And prograde. We want prograde and we want the right inclination. Yeah, it should be spot on for inclination. Okay. I might regret taking that extra fuel tank off of that rocket. Oh, if I missed the one by a few meters. That's true. I would be frustrated. That's okay. We don't need any crane power. We just need the power of science. So this one, remember, is the orbital maneuver. This is just to get our orbit where we want it. Okay, well, close to where we want it, apparently. Now we need to reassess this maneuver. That should do. Just a little bit prograde. There we go. Oh man, okay, yeah, that needs a lot of delta V. Okay, yep. Regretting dropping that fuel tank. Andy's here as well. I have a feeling this is just... It's this inclination. It's just way, way too over the top. Do I have anywhere near that kind of delta V? I don't think I do. 43-second burn time. Yeah, there's no way I've got 43 seconds of fuel in this. Yep, alternate mission. Alternate mission. Thankfully, I anticipated such things. So, Gwengar. Gwengar is our new target. So, we need to see. So, we're in a pretty circular orbit, actually. So, pretty decent. I want to start to set up a maneuver. To match orbit. Whoop. No thanks. Yes, this is this alternate mission's now the closer rescue, thank God. Just finding the right time. Wow, that's being weird. Yeah, I think no matter what, we're stuck waiting on a couple orbits here. Well, that's going on, actually. Let's see. Sat 1 outside of Kerbin's sphere of influence yet? Nope. Not yet. How long till it's out? Another 2 hours. Okay. Maybe let those orbits pass a little bit. Oh, it's not letting me see that orbit. Okay, whatever. Go back to the tracking station. What's this orbit? Do I have another satellite mission that I'm not registering in my brain? Nope. So is that an existing? Okay. What on Earth orbit is this? Oh, maybe I got a new contract for a satellite. Oh. I might check that out. And then come back. So I like satellite missions. Yep. Equatorial orbit of Kerbin, another satellite. I'm gonna take that. Cover this launch tower. Now, in all this madness, we can go back to Orbiter 2. And where is the target craft? Way over here. Okay. Oh god! Didn't mean to do that. Okay. It was fine. It's no big deal. How the hell fast did I just do that? Times 1,000? Oh man. Oh, we just missed our window. That's horseshit. Times 10,000. Whoops. Never press the red button. Alright. Do we get any kind of intersect? No. No, we don't. Horrible. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to wait for that to come back around. As well as work on other things. Let's screw back. I'm not braining very well today. Let's go back to Sat 1, because I guarantee that's out. Yep, on escape trajectory out of the... Wow. On escape trajectory. It still hasn't made it? You serious? So maybe I didn't... Maybe I didn't time warp as far as I thought. Nope, I did. Okay. Eye over the sun. Transmit it back. Well done. Although, I probably should have thought about that, because I think I was figuring out yesterday there's a chance it could have an Eve encounter. Doesn't actually look that likely. Yeah, I think I was just maybe a little bit of wishful thinking. Oh, maybe that's the Adventurer. The Adventurer might. That has some reusable science. Ooh. Okay. Yes, okay. That stands a chance. Right here. Okay. Might get some good stuff. This is starting to lose signal, though. I'll have to put out a relay. Which, again, I did find out this is relay capable, this antenna. I think I might have mentioned that before. Oh, I can still control the craft. Couldn't honestly tell you where Kerbin is to even point this at it. It's probably that blue dot, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Back to tracking station. Yeah, it is kind of cool. You can combine, you can put, I think, you can just put little antennas plus large antennas, but I know at least you can put a bunch of the same antennas together and combine them. Alright. So with that rescue mission, on a bit of a hold until Gwengar manages to catch back up. Should I try another satellite, maybe? What's the inclination on this? Oh, it's equatorial. Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that, no problem. So we really only need the Keosat launcher, which is I think the Sat 4. No, it was the Sat 3, which is a grand total of, wow, 5,000 credits cheaper. Okay, much cheaper for this thing. But this should do. Let me see, what kind of science do they want on it? Antenna, can generate power. Materials bay. Really? They want a whole materials bay on there? Alright, well there goes that plan. How heavy are these? 0.2 tons. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. So let's go for a, you know, we had leftover fuel. Fuck it. I'm gonna trust myself here. I'm gonna trust my own insanity. We're gonna pop this off. We're gonna pop this off. Throw an inline reaction wheel on here so we get a little more control. And what I'm gonna do... Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Take the solar panels off. Throw the Science Junior on there. That is what it actually wants, right? Materials bay, yes. Okay. Attach the antenna thusly. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a pair of these. Now that I know for sure that these can be relay antennas. Maybe put new ones so they're not so bent over trying to do the weirdness I was trying to do before. Okay. And go. And then I can worry about solar. Science Junior. I'm trying to figure out what the materials bay was, though. Is that the same? I feel like this used to be called the materials bay. I could be very wrong. I want to do these solar panels. That's true. It might tick off that box if it is the right thing. These solar panels on. In what would normally be a very precarious place. Extra batteries on. Take the cone off because what we can do now. Now that I unlocked some fun. There we go. Payload fairing. And then, now that I think about it, better aerodynamics as well. Yes, okay. So boosters, tower, separate and engine is what I want. Shroud, separate, engine. Okay. Sat 5 launcher. Yep, it did check off the materials bay, so I'm right. So I think what they did is they renamed it, but then didn't change the what do you call it? The mission, the contract. Jeez, my brain couldn't think of the word contract. But all right, off we go. Too aerodynamically stable. It doesn't want to turn. Oh yes, D-I-C-Y-B. Dude, I called you bro. Now that that's steady, let's watch. There's our target orbit is quite high, so I don't have to really worry about overdriving the apoapsis here. In fact, let's get it back up to full speed. It is actually more efficient use of fuel to get yourself at full speed when you're taking off. Less time fighting the force of gravity, the better. I'll follow this grade marker. Perfect. Cut off right at space. So we'll drop the fairing. Lose that sucker. The antenna, just because I can. I have a 25-second burn coming up. And I'm going to start this one early, rather than trying to center it. Because I really don't mind overdriving the apoapse, or the apogee. Because we still have so much altitude to gain in both. Sure. Whoop. Okay. Me and over time warping today. It's becoming a thing. What did I miss? Well, so far, I did manage to put a rescue craft in orbit, which I then proceeded to time warp past our window, and we have to wait for another window. And we radioed some science back from an old satellite, which has wandered its way into a new science zone. Okay. I don't know why that... Did I hit X on that and cancel out the burn? Maybe I did. But now we've got a new satellite contract, and we're putting a new satellite up into, hopefully, its desired orbit. Hopefully we'll complete it. We at the very least do have an orbit. Okay. That was a good burn. Now. Now. We can basically just go ahead and burn the rest of the way to our perigee. And burn again once we get there. It does have a slight inclination difference, it looks like. That's not my inclination. No, do not. No, sir. Thank you. Nope, that's too far. Maybe like right about there? Oh, see, maybe that is... Maybe I was doing the right thing. Flatten it out. Might just have to get myself to the desired perigee and apogee and then just work on the inclination change after. I don't think... It's probably because I'm waiting and doing this in the wrong place. I should probably be doing it at the ascending node, like an intelligent human being. Line that up. Now. Very important to remember all that fun, like you're sending the sending nodes, correct? Okay, and then we'll need another maneuver here. That should just about line up our orbits to perfection. Okay, so now. So we got 1 in 15 minutes. Time warp up to that one. "13-second burn. This time I want to get the burn just right, so I'm going to have to center my start and finish over the point the node is at. So I'm going to need to wait till between 6 and 7 seconds to burn before I initiate. Let's see. Probably could have time warped this a little faster, but I've been doing that, and then I've been missing my window for everything today. So trying to avoid that that bad habit. What are we doing on electricity? Oh, we're very good for electricity. Okay, wasn't sure about the placement of those solar panels. The what I guess would say the Gen 2 satellite configuration was working really well. I'm sure I should be changing that. The Gen 1s all hit the ground. That wasn't good. Let's see. Okay, just a few more seconds. Right. Yeah, it's as close as we're going to get with that bird. Which actually looks like it's pretty dead on. Okay. Not bad. Next one is in 1 hour. How's our... Yeah, our orbiter's still nowhere near the position we want it to be in. So it looks like we're time warping. I could set up the node here. I could probably be getting away with doing even a third flight while this one and the other one are going on, but I think my brain just can't handle that right now. So let's see, fast forwarding in. This to a very high orbit. I'm wondering if it's actually, because it's between, I think, 2 million and 4 million meters, which I think is pretty close to geostationary on average. It might actually be a geostationary orbit, albeit with a lot of wobble, a lot of variation. But as long as it's completing an orbit in the same time it takes Kerbal to spin one full rotation, it still counts. Five minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Okay. Get this down. So we want to get it down to 4 seconds to burn. I want to give myself just a little time to readjust this. We might be cutting it a little close with fuel. Just a little bit. Not as bad as some of my other ones, which still managed. And this one should be a much better relay satellite as well, since I put 2 antennas on. So here we go. Very near a perfect maneuver there. So it looks like we made our orbit. Bingo! We got our contract completion. And now I don't think I've got a an observation of materials bay. Well, that's weird. I just noticed that. It still calls it materials bay when you click on it too. Transmit for 18.4 science. It's a shame we can't get the whole... I'm gonna just try something. Just for the sake of trying it. I wonder if I point the antenna straight at it. I did hear that based on your signal strength, you get more science based off of transmission. Don't know if that's true or not. No, it looks like the same here, but I'm not sure if that has any impact, if it's the way it's aiming. So yeah, we'll transmit. Got some science, some free science. 18 science added. And we need to rename this. This would be a relay. KSP 2. Alright, now go back to Space Center and check on our rescue craft. And I need to figure out how I'm going to get all the way out to Nedbu out there. I think there'd be a certain amount of time you'd be trapped in space where things wouldn't be going very well anymore. So we got KSP 1, KSP 2. Yes, they do work as a relay. You can see here they've got a connection between the two of them. Just the range is not that good, it looks like. Very, very cool. So we're getting a little bit of a relay network out there. Now, Gwengar's starting to catch up. Okay, alright. Let's not do 10,000 times speed this time. Maybe 10 times speed. Like you can watch all the ground stations sending up their signal too for comms. And when did I take this? Oh, I didn't take this one. This is just an opportunity. Okay. That's fine. It says 50 times speed. So, because Gwengar is on a tighter orbit than our Orbiter 2, it's going to go pick Gwengar up. It is actually going to catch up. So what we want to do is let it get fairly close so that they're nearly side to side. And then we're going to start doing our maneuver to intercept. So there'll be one maneuver to lower one side of our orbit for as close an intercept as possible, and then one burn to match speed and match orbit. This is getting pretty close. Pretty close to where we want it. Yes, okay, right about there. Now we'll start planning a maneuver here. So we'll get into the Orbiter 2. Our radio-controlled space Uber. Yes, you did hear that sentence correctly. A radio-controlled space Uber. And what we want to do... start planning an intercept. So that's going to go too far. Don't want to do that because we want to match. We want to match our orbits. So that is looking like a good intercept. What is this intercept right here? 4.3. So we're going to slide the start point of our intercept. That's what we're going to do. So right here we're getting down to 0.9. 1.3, 1.0, 0.9. So there, we want to look at what our difference really is in terms of distance. We've got a little bit of an inclination change, but our orbits are still a little off in terms of height of our orbit. Let me manipulate it, please. So I'm going to still go just a little. Yeah, that's the wrong way. So we want to go this way. Okay. So that's not going to work. We want to go maybe this way. More retrograde. More retrograde looks good. 0.8. Yep. So it's just a little better. 2.1. It's actually worse. 0.5. 2.2. I think the 0.9 might be the best we can pull off on this orbit. So I'm going to try and get back to that. 0.7. 2.5. We're also coming up on that maneuver. So I'm about to run out of time to do this maneuver. Which doesn't bother me a whole ton. Yeah, we'd be on to the next orbit at that point. There we go, 0.04, or 0.4. I'll take this one. Just gonna deal with it and be happy with this maneuver. It's only a 2-second burn as well. I don't like to do burns that are that quick. I find it hard to control. So I'm gonna cut my thrust limiter down to half. And we get a 5-second burn. So once I see this hit 3 seconds to burn, I'm going to hit full throttle. 4, 3. A little bit of correction necessary there. Bingo. Now, what's our real intercept at this point? 0.3. So I accidentally made a better intercept. Won't complain about that. Add a maneuver node there, just for timing's sake, so we know when it's coming up. But we'll be able to switch to target, and we'll switch retrograde to target. So we'll be bleeding off any speed relative to our target at all, is basically the idea. And because we'll be changing our speed to match our target, I guess I can't really pre-plan that one. Anyway, because we'll be changing our speed to match our target, our orbit will also match. Since we'll be in the same position at the same speed, in the same direction. It's like flying in orbit. And our speed is already getting fairly similar here. Okay. Give ourselves some time to position this properly. And the craft should be somewhere right here. So this is a contract, actually, for a stranded Kerbal. So I don't know if there's just a... I don't know if there's a separate space program that's putting these Kerbals up, I guess, probably. Okay. This should be just enough time for us to do this. Oh no, I was wrong. It's right here. Other side of us. So we can aim this a little easier. And now we can start to move straight towards target. Has to be a lot easier if I had reaction control thrusters. I do not. So the best I'll be able to do is get very close. Oh, that's weird. It's a crew cabin instead of a capsule. It's like a passenger plane cabin. I don't know how they managed to get that to space. Oop, too much. Too much. This is why I like to thrust limit this a lot for this kind of maneuver. Let's get nice and close. Space Uber does the job once again. Look at that. It's almost no movement there. So now we can switch over, now that we're in range, and Gwengar can EVA. Whoa. It's been out of control, apparently. Head back down, Gwengar. Let her find the hatch. Help her out just a little bit. There we go. And she's a scientist. Yes. Thank God. I did need another scientist. Any science while we're up here? You know, I don't think I have anything left, really. I think most of this orbital stuff I managed to pull off. So now we're going to do our deorbit. We're going to try and plan this out. And I'm going to try and do like I did last night and close out a contract while I do our deorbit. So I'm going to wait till we get to Apoapс. So much space debris. Why do these contracts keep stranding us with debris? Okay. So right when we get... Well, Apple Apps is probably fine. Let's do the maneuver node here. So what I want to do is a inclination change to put us over this contract. And at the same time we want to do a deorbit burn. It's going to be a very serious burn. We need to start this right now. Oh, because I... Ha! That would be because I thrust limited myself so far. Some rookie dude beneath your salary is probably screwing all these Kerbals. Yeah. I think that's probably very true. I think that's very likely. Don't mind the camera spin. Okay, yeah, that puts us off target. Alright, well, this could still put us fairly close. Last minute correction. More aggressive burn for descent. And I was having a lot of trouble with that and one other mission from last night. These high altitude missions that are supposed to be done in atmosphere, because our jets are just not reliable at all. Wow, that was a near perfect burn. Alright. So my solution last night, and now again this time, is to simply deorbit over the target. And while we're on re-entry, get our contract completion. Oh, I'm gonna just die if it's not a crew report. Oh, it's a crew report. Okay. But I just realized I had no science modules on here. Alright, and we're about to re-enter the atmosphere, so this extra fuel tank has to go. Because it's going to explode. Now I have to watch carefully. Somewhere on the screen right here, it should tell me when I cross into the target zone, so I can take a crew report. So for the second time, we'll be handling these high altitude missions with a rescued Kerman on descent, re-entry, landing near the Kerbal Space Center. Low thrust rocket engine in your jet for space maneuverability and switch back air intake for Atmo. Well, I agree, and I think it's fairly doable, but unfortunately I'm bad with jets. Right now, our current jet really can't break the sound barrier because it's straight wing. Just starts spiraling out of control. Now, just gotta keep watching for... There's a hybrid engine in the tech tree somewhere. Yeah, I think at the very end of the tech tree there is. I think you're right. So we just got to be above 17,500 feet when we cross over sector RS6R4. So, side contracts. Doing a contract while we do a contract. And get a free Kerman. That's checking a lot of boxes for me for a good mission. Oh, we just lost our network connection because we are going through the ionized plasma of the atmosphere. That does happen in real life when a capsule goes through re-entry. It does lose contact with the ground. All the plasma from re-entry ionizes around the outside of the capsule and prevents any signal from getting through. Very textbook re-entry so far. It is an aggressive descent profile. Now I'm just worried we might actually... Oh, there we go. Sector. Crew report. Keep it. Contract complete. I was worried we were going to get below the altitude that we needed. Oh, don't wobble that much. Don't do that. I wanted a little bit of wobble so we could bleed off the heat easier, but it's alright. And once again, we're fairly close to KSC. KSC's right there. We're further this time than we were last time. Last time we landed, I think, right there. So we were very close. This time we're not quite as close. So our drogue chute is safe to deploy. Main chute is now safe to deploy. We'll wait till 10,000 meters. And now I actually do have the option to take surface samples. We upgraded the research center last night. Hello, hello, new viewer. Helios 77. Someone else willing to watch my madness. Alright, as we get closer to the ground, dirt is precious. Sure is. I like that dirt from their own home planet gets them science. Okay, there's the drogue. Deploying the rest of the way. Now the drogue I could probably completely do without on this craft. Heavy enough. But I just feel like at some point I'm going to put re-entry and just be flying towards the ground too fast for the main chute. So it's there, just in case. No, we're not going to overwrite the crew report. Review report. Yep, send that off. That's for... Oh, okay, no usable communications in range. That's interesting. Are you sure about that? No in-range comm devices. Okay. Fine. Time warp. It's only on day 12 in Kerbal time. Heading towards day 13. Their days are every 6 hours. There we go. I just don't trust the time warp on touchdown, by the way. I'll probably say that every time. Yeah, I didn't put any antennas on. I thought this had an internal antenna that was good enough, but apparently not. Or maybe I can't transmit science on a default antenna. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, we've got a scientist that we just rescued from orbit who is more than capable of taking our first surface sample. Yep, looks like dirt. We already have that. Okay, that's cool. No biggie. Get back in and recover. Yeah, never trust time warp on landing or entering Atmo or orbit transfer. All those things. All those things for sure. Orbit transfer, I'm guilty of doing that a couple times. And we at least got some of the value of these back. That's actually not bad. The Mark 1 pod only costs 500 or costs 600, I think. Between the mono prop that I didn't actually use and this, 568 out of 600, not bad. We did get a new level 1 scientist. Reputation's up. Alright. Now, I still gotta figure out Nedbo's rescue here. Ooh, another satellite mission, which are my favorite. That one's kind of a tight one. It's not anywhere near our Keosats. Nedbo's pod is just way out there. This is gonna be a brutal setup here. Okay. Let's first off, let's check the mission control for any contracts I might want. Heat shield at the launch site. Okay. Has to be on Kerbin at the launch site. I don't know what to say to that. That is so absurdly easy. I can't not take it. Another rescue. Who is putting these Kerman into orbit? I mean, I dig it. You get a lot of reputation and stuff, but it's just I don't think it makes very good channel material to keep repeating this stuff. I mean, on the other hand, we are running Space Uber. Not just our program, but Space Uber. Oh, man. He's right, some rookie schmuck. I'll think about it. I've got 4 days to make up my mind. Now, this one is a significant prestige. Because it does have an inclination, very high apoapse. To be able to generate power, have an antenna. Thermometer is easy, maintains stability. 107,000 funds. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one. And then... Ooh! Ooh! Yes, you can always bum a sig. Always. Let me see, so... Do we still have fuel on Sat 4 now? I need to check this. Because what they want us to do But they want us to take command of Sat-4, our existing Sat-4, and readjust the orbit. That's cool. That's something we haven't done yet. I think I might do that. But first, I'm going to see if we have fuel on it. Let's fly Sat-4. We should. It's in a desired orbit, so it should have some fuel. It does? Okay. Does it give us an idea of what the adjusted orbit looks like? Or is that a no? Let's check it out. Can I launch a new sat and rename it Sat-4? I don't know, the game might go for that. Let's read it again. Let's see. It wants us to change our Apple apps and para apps. I don't see why we couldn't do this. Let's try it. So Sat-4. Oh, it's really a really an inclination change. It's good and bad. On one hand, it's a simple maneuver. We don't have to do a bunch of maneuvers. On the bad side of it, it tends to be a very expensive maneuver in terms of delta V. So we want to just like that. If I want to be a perfectionist, which I do, I take a great pride in our satellite capability. So I must be a perfectionist. That's pretty darn close. Whoop. And I screwed up the node there. Okay, trying it again. Once again. Nope. Don't do that. Thank you. We want to... Nope. This might actually be closer, though. That looks very close. Plenty of time to make that maneuver just right. Alright. Maneuvers in 2 days. So, I'm gonna not follow this sucker around. We're just gonna remember on day 14 to come back to it. And then let's go back to the Space Center. And let's see. We need to work on this new satellite, the Probodobodyne contract. And we need to test the heat shield. We're going to do that real quick, just so I don't forget that we have something so easy. Just make it fun. Got our little test stand. You may be wondering if there's any point to doing this test stand. There isn't. I'm going to be blunt about that one. I just think it's fun. Test the heat shield in the new set. I actually could get away with it though. I could put it on and just test it on the ground. But I like doing this weirdness. So let's see. We've got Bob, who we never really use him for much of anything. Bob the scientist. His two junior scientists are more experienced than him. Or actually, this would be more an engineering thing, I guess, wouldn't it? Testing a part. So Bill. We'll put Bill in. And, let's see. Give him a ladder. There we go. Just because I can. And now, you can actually take surface samples as well, can't he? Free missions. So, we're just going to... where's the thing? Oh, I took the wrong heat shield size. Whoops. Oh well. Things happen. Take a surface sample. And... array report. We already did, of course. Alright, get back up there. Recover it. Relaunch it. I just like making it extra like that. Launch it again. This time with the correct size heat shield. Wow, there's a tiny heat shield. Alright, Bill again. I think after this, the satellite, we're going to use a very overkill satellite. Run test. Bingo. Beautiful thing is we get to recover all that stuff at probably full value. Yep, at full value. Now, let's take our Sat-4 launcher. Take the mystery goo off, replace it with a thermometer. Actually, what I'm going to do, because I didn't but now I found out today is it will show antenna type. There's direct and relay, so this can actually work as both apparently, which is really cool. Just very bad range. So to make up for that, I will put 2 of these on. Even though that won't help a whole ton, it will still help a little. So I'm going to do it. And pretty this up a little bit. Oh, that's right. More aerodynamic cones. So we had a problem with the second stage tipping on this. Maybe... Reducing drag to increase drag. Forget it. We're just gonna go with it. And we're gonna... Okay, we already did replace the reaction wheel, so... This should be fine. Sat 5. Not to be confused with the venerable Saturn V. It would not be confused with it. This is a very poor rocket. Alright. I didn't check my staging. It is a saved rocket that I did, so I would think, and my assumption would be correct. Alright. Just gonna go for orbit. Not bad. Nice and steady. Oh, I could have put one of the pointy cones up there, I guess. Oh boy. Well, at least I called it. Okay, let's get rid of thrust on this, and let's gear up these, because these have gimbal. There you go. We are in recovery mode on this guy. Okay, now reactivate. That's something you can't do in real life. You can't throttle most liquid engines like that. And this is going to do its tumble now. Tumble, tumble, tumble. Or I could just hit the staging button and lose a satellite. Alright. Okay. Well. Isn't this a pickle? Rest in peace, Sat 5. I got a little excited about the flipping there, and I hit the staging. It did not go nearly as smooth as the Sat 4 launch. So I think I do need to replace the cone on the top of this and get less resistance there, or else, you know, put some fins in. Now, the real question, the real testament to our space program. How well do we suicide burn? Not very well. Way too early. Okay, so I'm gonna need to start that at like 4,000. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. 4,000. Suicide burn to recover. It is still technically a suicide burn, so they say. Alright, we gotta cancel a little bit of this movement here. I've done this with a wingless shuttle in sandbox mode. I'm sure I can do it with this. Nope, out of fuel. It was a good effort. We still have some recovery stuff down there, I guess. Oops. So, let's see, what did we do wrong? What lessons can we learn from this one? Well, I really don't like that this started tipping. So, what I might do... one like that. Be a little easier for us to handle that pitch once I start pitching over. And these 25 credit fins that I was going to put on and said, nah, don't need them. Maybe put those on. They're extremely negligible price. Let's just check something. Where's our center of mass right now? Whoa. Alright. Is this just a default for... or does that move? Oh my god, it moves. So I really did just put that basically at risk. Center of mass being right center at drag. That's not good. What about these suckers? They're a little better. Is that gonna do it? I don't know. I don't get it, because this did launch very successfully on the Sat-4. Sat 5.2. Yep. Let's give it a shot. If I'd held out and done that suicide burn just a little closer to the water, I could have possibly saved it. Okay, now this stage is fairly stable. Oh, I did turn this odd. Turn this the opposite of the way I normally turn it. Now I was right, so the gimbal gives me much better control having this tilted this way. Okay. Back on track. Some minor technical difficulties that we've overcome. That thermometer apparently ruins aerodynamics. Apparently! I'm going to let us go for a very high apoapse. This is way out there. Anyway. And I really want this booster to return to Kirby. Okay. It's a good enough start. So I got some fuel left in it. Okay. Now our node is in 9 minutes. Where are we in terms of time? Oh yeah, we still got plenty of time till our maneuver node on the Sat-4. Waiting for day 14 for that. Actually, what I'm going to do, before we get to this node, since I am probably going to have fuel left in this booster, I really don't want to let it end up in space and orbit on its own. So I'm going to try and do some of the inclination change in advance of this. At least get it closer, since it is fairly close to the ascending node. I'll be happy when I have Separatrons again and I can just deorbit boosters back that way. So an 18-second burn, so we're gonna wait till 9 seconds away. Again, though, I'm gonna burn early because it's not gonna be able to complete the burn. Okay, there's our stage. Separate from the stage. Now we just do a little bit of a prograde. Get us into orbit. Okay, now we're in a safe orbit. Now we can start planning things out a little better. So we want to wait for descending node is pretty much right at para-apse. This is good. No, I don't know why it keeps doing that weirdness with that node. Okay. That should do nicely. And then on our new apps. Okay. Really want to shift it to our para-apse. So that way we were only doing 2 maneuvers here. So, one, we're going to line that up. And now, boom, the apps that we want. The apogee. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That's better. Okay. 20 minutes to next node. Just a little bit of a time warp. 11-second burn. So we'll wait for 6 seconds away. Wait for it. Oh, I missed my window. That's fine. We'll make it work. Just a little bit of an adjustment right there. Good enough. That's pretty much where we wanted it. Now we can change this node just a little bit. Doesn't actually have to be that perfect, I don't think. And by I don't think, I mean I know it doesn't have to be that perfect, and I'm just being a perfectionist. Alright, yeah, that should do fine. So, 19 minutes to that burn. Okay. Two, one. A little more gentle time warp. So 8-second burn. We need to wait till 4 seconds to maneuver. And actually do it this time. Oh, okay. Okay. Go. Close as we're probably going to get to that. Alright. Contract says we're in the correct orbit. We have the thermometer, and we stayed stable, so that's a contract complete. Not too shabby. It only took us twice to pull it off. What's this now? Oh, that's the Sat 4 adjustment. Forgot how far out Sat 4 is. No, resume flight. I think I'm going to rename Sat 5 now that it has a mission that it's completed. It deserves a name. Proper one. Let's see. Rename. Kersat. So any of the close Kerbal. Yeah. That thing. Sats are going to be Kersats. So Kersat 1. Alright. And I want to figure out this CurbNet access as well. I want to figure out how this works exactly. Don't know. I know that this antenna can work as a relay. That's all I know. So, let's see. We still gotta figure out what we're gonna do about Nedbo's pod. It's the inclination change that's gonna make that a nightmare. I mean, I could launch at the proper inclination and not be an idiot about it. That could be a thing. Looks like it's what, on the 135 line? Oh, and then of course the planet is... Huh. Oh no, but it's... Okay, I got it. I figured it out. I'm not that dumb. I'm dumb, but it's all good. So let's go back to the Space Center. I still blame the thermostat. I'm glad you guys are on my side for blaming the thermostat for the Sat-5 failure. Also, do I not have... I do totally have debris to recover. 13 parts survived. Okay, some of the satellite lived. The center truss and the solar panels, and it's sinking apparently. That's a thing? I can't recover it because it's sinking. I didn't know things could even sink. Is that new? Is there science I can get here? This opens a whole new world of possibilities. Approaching pressure limits. Uh-oh. Huh. That's kind of not the way I expected a girder would get crushed underwater. But, you know, is what it is, right? That's funny. I had no idea things could sink. That's scary. Like, I don't feel safe landing Kermit anymore on water. I'm glad I switched over there. Just in time to see that. Okay. Test a poodle on suborbit. This one could be an easy one. Oof. Anyway, so suborbital, but it's high suborbital. I'll think about it. Temperature scans? No. No. I'm not getting in another jet. I don't want to kill more pilots. Transmit, recover scientific data from space around Kerman. Yep, we're gonna do that right now. And get our free science. We're just gonna go back up to Kirsat. There's Kirsat, there we go. We're just gonna go to Kirsat and transmit science. Mission complete. Bingo! Contract complete. Too easy. Love that free science. Like everything, Kerbals make even girders go boom. It should be like a slogan. That should be on a commercial somewhere. I dig it. Another... I don't understand how there's that many stranded Kerman. Do I just stop doing them so they stop sending Kerman and just going, hey Space Uber, go get him. We still have to get Nedbo. Trying to think how I can do this one. I don't even think... I don't even think this could get a module out to him. Okay, so let's see. How heavy is our satellite? 2.17 tons. Okay. 2.17. Yeah, so it's... I figured as much. It's gonna be... It's gonna be heavier than the satellite. So we need something more than this. Heavier than this, and I don't have a ton of stuff unlocked. Yeah, not an overwhelming amount of things unlocked here. Together. I'm not gonna say no yet. I'm not gonna say no yet. Engine plates. Yep, I got an idea. Take the orbiter. Thought I had the orbiter 2 saved as well. That's the same. Okay. This I might need the relay antenna because that's going to be far away. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to junk all that. Keep this. Okay. Yeah, alright, here goes. Put it to coupler. Put this expander here. So get these larger tanks. Alright. Bear with me. I don't really have a proper engine to put on those. But I will put a swivel there. Maybe one more. One more? Why not? Okay. Let's go disable the shroud. Alright, now is where I do the crazy stuff. Engine plate. Anyone ever seen the Saturn 1B? You know what I'm going for here. Okay, like that. Fairing in there. Some struts just to hold it tight. Perfect. Engine plate. No, I don't have the right adapter for that, so it's just gonna have to be just ugly like that, I guess. That's cool. I do have a tri-stack coupler as well, but I've been dying to use these. Okay. One in the middle. Huzzah! Okay. This is going to be a very expensive Uber, guys. Oops. Okay. Maybe, make this look fancy at the bottom. Like that. Go. Starting to look like something that'll actually fly. Alright, now put a swivel engine in the middle. Okay, wait a minute. Disable the shroud. Swivel in the middle. Reliance on the outside. Pumps are just facing all kinds of weird directions. Alright. Now we need some big old fins. That aren't placed like crap. There we go. Aerodynamic resistance. Center of mass is below. That's not good. So we need to get more aerodynamic resistance down this way. So we'll put that there, and we'll put this like that, maybe? Yes. Yes! Okay. VIP ferry service. Space Uber Deluxe. I like that. I'm voting that winner right now. Let's see. What other madness is this gonna need? This just seems like this is gonna be absolutely horrendous. I wish there's some way to like smooth this out a little more. Like I could. Okay, wait a minute. That looks stupid, but it might help. Might help a little, right? Maybe? Why isn't that coloring the fairing? I don't know why I care so much. Oh, there it goes. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks nice. Alright. A wing is crooked. Is it? Oh yeah. Good call. Better. Alright. Check the staging. This monstrosity. Okay. Towers. Swivel. Reliance. This has its own separator? We're disable the staging on that. Okay. So now that goes first. We'd need the there we go. Now we need the fairing to blow, then to decouple. Make this a four-sided fairing. Engine plate. An engine plate is basically a splitter, so it gives you multiple nodes on one flat piece, which is exactly what I needed. So we're gonna do the fairing pop off first, then the separation here, then the engine's gonna fire, then it's gonna separate again, then this engine's gonna fire, then that. Okay. What do we want to call this monstrosity? Let's just call it Orbiter 3 for now. We'll come up with something crazy for it later. Such a bad idea. I'm instantly regretting this. This is just going to be a really expensive explosion. Oh, boy. I refuse to admit defeat on rescuing this Kerman. Shock and awe. Shock and awe. We're kidding. This is going smoothly? I legitimately expected this to just go absolutely horrible. I agree, shockingly stable launch. Pitching over. We are getting some overheating, but just in time for stage separation. Okay, this is where things might get a little funky. Although we could ride this out to Apoaps. All right, so this will get to space. Wait till we get into space and we'll start driving. just to flatten this out a little bit and give us a chance to make our maneuver. This is going oddly well. I don't think I really have that much more Delta V than I did in one of the other rockets, though, to be honest. Screw it. I'm just going to burn now and I'll fix the maneuver. He's way the heck out here. Oh, that's right. I just realized something. Supposed to be going for an inclination change. Which way does the inclination change go? What do I have all these maneuvers for? So which way do we need to angle this? Oh yeah, we're not going to be doing much useful maneuvering in terms of plane change here. So, okay, whatever. We'll just do our prograde, or yeah, words, prograde burn. I really don't want this to become space junk, though. Again, I'm going to cancel the node. Higher apoaps. Forget it. Forget about it. Okay. Good. And the para-apps will still fall back into Kerbin's atmosphere. Just barely. Good enough for me. Now. Let's see what we can do. It's too far. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this to a descending node, I think. Let's move that right over. Descending node. So that's the perfect place to do a inclination change. Okay. Why is that looking like that? It looks kind of screwed up. Oh. Why is it doing that? Huh. So I might need to just, we're gonna cancel that. It doesn't want to do what I want it to do. So I'm just going to do a, first, a burn to get our para apps up. And line that up with the ascending node. Okay. Then with that maneuver and the ascending node in the same place, now we would do our inclination change. And to save delta V, we would do that inclination change while raising our orbit. And we'll be we'll be on exactly opposite points of the orbit by the time we get there. Ah, lovely. So we'll save that part of the burn. We'll focus on getting us into the same inclination. And then we'll wait for a point at which we can align a good intersection. Okay. I mean, that's killing me that that's our best separation there, and it's not even close. When's our next node? 30 minutes. Oh boy. Okay, how's our whoa, okay, that's not the satellite I was looking for. How's Sat 4 doing on its target here? I feel like more time should have passed between this and its maneuver, but it really hasn't. I just expected there to be like more happening there. Anyway, go back to Space Center. Oh boy. This one's a doozy. Let's get this orbiter debris. I'm going to just go through some maneuvers. So first maneuver, 26-second burn. Probably don't have that much delta V in this thing. This is gonna scare me. That crazy rocket just might not have what we need. The good news is the thrust to mass ratio was very good, so I could probably get away with throwing on more first stage tanks. The bad news is I just spent all that money on that rocket. I think we might run out of fuel. Oop. I realized I didn't have that engine activated in the first place. Yeah, this is going to use like half our fuel just on this one burn. Okay. Oh, now that screwed up all my maneuvers. Okay. That's neat. Let's focus one at a time here. Next maneuver's in 3 hours. Oh, okay. Let's rethink this. Oh, that was my... Damn it. That was the inclination change I wanted. Whatever. Okay, we'll just do it again. There, see? Not so bad. That'll give us all the inclination change we need. Come on. I'm done with you, maneuver node. I'm done. Come on. Okay. Well, now the maneuver's in 1 hour. For some reason. Fast forward a little bit. A lot, actually. Whew. Time tick away. Awful fast. Let's keep an eye on Sat 4. I just keep getting worried about it. Okay. It'll be an 18-second burn this time. So we'll want to start at 9 seconds away. Oh, I missed my window again. And no one was surprised. Okay. Come on. Just a little bit of correction. Okay. Good. Good. We're in the correct inclination. Now to somehow get an intersect. I need the intersect to be without overlapping the orbits like they're doing right now. I need to just get spot on with the orbit so we can easily match. Match the movement and direction of the target. Nope, that's gonna throw me off right there. I have to just go a little bit retrograde. This is painful. Oop. It's getting better though. Oops. Still no. Okay. A little less. Not that much. Not that much less. I think that's getting fairly close. Oh, it just doesn't, it's so sensitive. It doesn't want to do exactly what I'm telling it. Okay. That one's still pretty far. Looks so close, but it's 187 kilometers. Oops. It's actually hurting my hand a little bit. 28.9. Yeah. So we want to go the other way. Which is what I thought I was doing. Nope, that's definitely worse. Okay. It goes on to something there for a second. Much closer. .5. I think that's like the crazy accurate kind of burn I'll never make. But we'll see. Or I'll run out of fuel. One of those things. Because then after that, we still need to adjust our orbit again to match speed with it, and then we need to adjust it again to deorbit. Okay, let's get it in position. I'm gonna run out of fuel. I've got to run out of fuel with this. There's no way I won't. Even with the crazy rocket. Although we did get very freaking far with this. direction right there. Yeah, and we're about out of fuel, so that's... We'll get really close to the craft, is what will happen. Well, not really close. We'll get 6 miles away. I think Nedboo will get out and jump. He might be willing to get out and jump, right? Oh, and his maneuver's not even... My maneuver was not accomplished the way it was supposed to. Well. Only thing left to do is going to be to deorbit this as much as I possibly can. Which is not going to be very much with 1.9 units of fuel. It says it's 5 hours till its maneuver. How long till the Sat-4's maneuver? Maneuvers in 1 day, so it's gonna. This one's maneuver is gonna happen first. The Orbiter 3. So let's really time warp. Let's go all the way over. Well, it did start out very nice, this flight. I will say that. We tested a rocket design that can really lift a heavy payload. See, 17, 16, 14, 13. See how much we could possibly deorbit this thing. Not very much. Yep, it's still just kind of in the way of everything. Well, we've got extra space debris. And it'll be back to the drawing board, I guess. Now, Sat 4. Finally. This will be the last thing I do for tonight. Ran a little over my expected stream. With the Nedboo madness. Let's take an easy win. Fast forward the rest of the way to the Sat 4 maneuver. Okay. Quickly getting towards our node. It's saying it's a very quick burn. It's saying it's 0-second burn, so I'm just gonna put thrust limiter to 10%, so I can get a little more fine-tuned a burn here. A little bit of correction. Bingo. And we have a contract complete for repositioning the Sat 4. Don't know what we're gonna do with Nedboo. I think our rocket that we made though earlier, our Orbiter 3 rocket, might just be valid as a Mooner rocket though. A moon rocket. So that could be good. And let's see, did we get any new contracts that we can go and test out? Another rescue. Oh my goodness. Just stop. Alright, another satellite mission. We're good at satellite missions. Inclination 0 degrees. Even better. Even better. So yeah, we're gonna take that one. For sure. TD-25 decoupler. Test in flight. TD-25 is the next step up from the one I've been using. Thing that was done by accident at some point. Tourist High G Adventure. That one just knock out a Kerbal with G-forces. Or in this case, 2 of them. But it's got to be in Kerbin and flying, so that's back to us having really crappy jets. I think I'm going to take this decoupler one. Yeah, exactly. Screw jets. At least we've got a decent amount of funds right now. How expensive was that vehicle that we basically just threw away? $25,000? Okay, not that bad, I guess. So I could do. I'm gonna prep this real quick, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I will try again tomorrow to save Nedbo. Oh, it just deleted my fairing. Okay. That wasn't very nice. I mean, these have a lot of power. I think this part of it is fine. I think it's just I wasn't fully utilizing that. Should I have a longer tank on the actual orbiter, maybe? That little tiny Terrier engine is like one of the most efficient engines. So stretch that stage, stretch this stage. Fix our fairing. Yeah, I think we'll try it this way tomorrow. And I'm hoping we can get enough time I can do the math behind it and actually see what the chances of success actually are for this. Is there anything else I like really need on this thing? It is getting absurdly expensive. Alright, we dragged this one on long enough, guys. It's definitely been a productive night. We do have more funds. We do have a new Kerman as well. We're slowly getting a long list of Kerman. But look, new pilots. Look at this pilot. Look at this. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Full courage. You see that? Full courage. I mean, we keep getting free Kerbals anyway, so... I mean... Tedman's pretty good. He's not bad. Alright, anyway, we did get new Kerman. We've saved a ton of Kerman. We're gonna keep saving them, apparently, for all of time. And we got a new satellite mission for tomorrow. So tomorrow it'll be thinking probably satellite mission first as a warm-up, and then one more time trying for Nedbo. And I think that'll be it. So, alright guys, thanks for watching, whoever's still on. For anyone that isn't still on, thanks for watching anyway. And don't forget, all my other streams, all the past streams are over. Where's my oh, right there, this link. Can't see me. No, so inconvenient. Okay, there we go. Over here, YouTube. I'm gonna learn that. I gotta learn how to, like, move my finger. I'm not that coordinated. I'm awful. But catch all our old ones on YouTube's. YouTube. I'm tired, guys. I'm very tired. Good night.